Okay, so we are released one video on United States versus Rahimi. So the Rahimi case has been decided and has came out in the United States Supreme Court. Rahimi was unsuccessful. He did lose this battle here. And make sure I talk up on this one because y'all have told me about my volume. So let me know if you can hear this one clearly. I don't have any mic. We're just gonna see if the Apple iPhone, its internal mic can do the job, which I think it can. So again, so Rahimi, again, he has lost this case. Government has prevailed in this one. And so when I first was looking into this, I was kind of dismayed. I'm like, sad day in America for gun right advocates such as myself. But after digging deeper into it, this was a facial attack. So upon the face of the record, basically saying that the 922G, under any circumstances was unconstitutional, and that would have been a huge step. So a lot of people who have followed this study are not surprised at this decision because, again, it was a facial attack. Meaning that the whole statute would have been, at least that subsection of it, in this aspect as far as the restraining orders, I believe, that Rahimi had. But basically saying that under no circumstances in any case could this be constitutional. And that's not the case. I think most people agree that under some circumstances dealing with a violent offender who by court has been put a restraining order on somebody, whatever, that that needs that you can take their gun from take that person's gun away from them. I frankly disagree. So I wouldn't have ruled this way, but again, the decision doesn't dissuade me as far as some of the other litigation we're gonna have coming up as far as felony possession of firearm by convicted felons that's coming up, and I still think that could be successful. Again, this was a very narrow scope. They looked at just Rahimi and saying that, if you have been found by a court saying that you have a restraining order and that you have been found potentially dangerous around that person, and Rahimi had been shooting at people and some other stuff, I believe. So I wouldn't have done it because, again, let's just say he had been shooting at me. He gets a restraining order against me. A lot of times they'll even put a restraining order on me against him. They do both ways a lot of time. But even if it's just on Rahimi and so maybe he did doing something to me, he needs to stay away from me. But now you've taken his gun. He can't possess a gun. So at home, if something was to happen, he can't protect himself. And I know Rahimi was not the best guy. It was probably, I'm being kind by saying not the best guy. So I get it. Bottom line, this case it's a very narrow scope, so I do not think this is going to hurt anything. The Bruin standard still seems to be in effect, and they actually, talked about that a little bit. So that is still the standard of the land, the law of the land, so to speak, with the Bruin standard, which is going to be great for us. So we will see more cases coming up. I got some more decisions and stuff that we're going to be going over. But then this Rahimi case, bottom line, this didn't mess us up at all as I dig deeper and see exactly what they were saying about Rahimi. It's a very short, I believe it's a short, the majority opinion, I believe it's pretty short, if I'm not mistaken, 8-1. So most of the justices agreed. The only one who dissented, I believe, was Thomas Clarence. So again, we're going to look some more into this, but this was not a huge default. It was actually good in several ways that it did keep the Bruin standard, and they very narrowly talked about what they were talking about specifically to Bruin. So I do not think, a lot of people are asking me, do you think after this is being said that the possession of firearm by convicted felons is going to be a lost cause? I do not. I think it's still a great case, and I think we're going to see some next year in the Supreme Court, and we're going to see what those go. So y'all keep watching. I need you to like, subscribe, and share this video, and we will see you on the next one. Also, get in the comments. Let me know, were you surprised at this Rahimi decision? And if we have any paralegals or any attorneys, I would love to have someone on the show. We can do it virtually while you're at your house. I'm at mine, but I wanted to come on someone that so that knows more. I'm a pretty high level on it. I want someone who knows a little more. We'll dig deep into this and go into a part 2 or part 3 on this Rahimi stuff. Until the next one, holla at your boy.